Hello, everybody. Connor with Shopscape Lawn and Landscape here. Today is going to be, I think, a very important video for some people out there, especially you younger guys that are in high school, even late middle school. You know, I think this video will really help you out, and you'll get a perspective from somebody who's 21 and has made a lot of these mistakes. So what I'm going to be talking about today, and I hate to do this on this channel, but I don't really have any other channels, and I really think this information is important, and I think it could really help you out. So today I'm going to be talking about drug use, especially at a young age. So I'll just get right into it. So when I was about 14 years old, almost 15, I was very depressed. I had issues with suicidal thoughts and for a long time, probably since like fifth grade. And this isn't like a feel bad for me story, because I am doing a lot better, and it's, I'm just trying to help some people out. I had a rough time. I had a really bad outlook on myself. I thought I was a piece of shit. And I had a lot of issues controlling my anger, especially as my drug use progressed. I had a lot of issues controlling my anger and my depression, and everything just got worse. So the reason I started using drugs in the first place was, and I'm just talking about marijuana and alcohol, and I don't care what anyone says, marijuana, especially in the potencies that it's in now, is extremely addictive. I know plenty of people that are hooked on that shit, and it does progress into alcohol. It is a gateway drug. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Yeah, maybe if you're 40 and you have PTSD and you want to smoke a little marijuana, maybe that's helpful. But for a 14, 15, 16, whatever age kid, it's a horrible decision, and it will most likely bite you in the ass at some point. So anyway, how I started. So my buddy, let's just call him Joe. My buddy Joe, essentially, I know he had smoked weed and he had access to these cartridges. And I decided that I didn't like the way I felt. I'd stay up all night listening to music, just crying and shit like that. And I wanted to do drugs. I wanted to feel different. I wanted to feel different. I wanted to be cool. But that was the main thing. I wanted to feel different. I wanted to disassociate. I didn't want to be stuck in my head. So that first time, I had a great time. I remember when it first hit me, how the high just took over my body, and I had a great time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had a great time. We had a lot of fun. At first, it was a lot of fun. I made new friends because of it. But they were all shitty friends. And my friend Joe, the reason he got me into this stuff is, whether he knew it or not, subconsciously, he probably felt shitty about himself, and he wanted to, not in the worst way, but he wanted to drag me down so he could feel better about himself. That's probably what it comes down to. And he got a few people hooked on shit. So, kind of a shitty person, just to be honest. Not that he had a perfect life, and I'm not going to sit here and judge him, but because it was my choice. I'm not blaming him for getting me into drugs. It was totally my choice. I totally made the decision to use that first time. So anyway, I want to talk about the progression. So as soon as I started messing with those carts, probably, I don't know, by like 2 or 3 weeks in, I was smoking it every single day at night. And then it progressed to during the day and during work and during school. I would get high in the morning, and then I started bringing stuff to school. I played football. I was on the football team. I tell you guys a funny story. This kid named, let's just call him Alex. He had one of the nicotine vapes, and I started doing that shortly afterward. And I'll get into that more. But the nicotine's terrible. You can listen to, Tucker Carlson or whoever wants to talk about how great it is. It's an addictive drug. It's just like caffeine. But essentially, it's very addictive. And in the forms, at least, that I use it, with the vape, and I haven't really touched cigarettes in a long time, but I used to smoke cigarettes. that is terrible for you, and that will kill you early. And so will these cartridges. They're not totally regulated. They haven't been tested. Some of them have gotten, some of the ones I used to smoke actually got recalled for having like toxic metals in them. So this shit is horrible for you, and it's going to kill you early. It's going to kill me early. I cut my lifespan down by doing all this stuff, and it's hard when you're young to be aware of that. It's even hard for me now to make the best decisions, especially because I'm 21. I'm just at the age where I'm able to drink, and I want to talk about alcohol too, because that's a big issue. I know a lot of people with issues with alcohol, and so anyway, it progressed. I started to hang around just dirt bags, basically. And I started, and they were cool. They were cool. We were all cool. And started, I messed around with acid, mushrooms quite a few times. And those psychedelics can fuck you up, especially acid. You get into LSD. I was actually prescribed ketamine and went and did ketamine treatments. I don't know if it helped me or not with my mental stuff, but I do feel like that's a big scam. You're just paying to get high. And many of you probably don't even know about that, but that's besides the point. So anyway, I'm doing all these drugs. The worst thing I messed with was the whippets or nitrous. Guys, if you listen to one thing I say, stay away from that shit. If you get hooked on that shit, you're fucked. You're going to be brain dead and you're going to die. It's very much that simple. They sell it at the smoke shops around here. I'm just going to call him out. Guy's name's Mike. He owns a bunch of select smoke shops around here. He's the biggest piece of shit in this town. Chaldean guy. If any of you know him, tell him to go fuck himself. He's a piece of shit. He sells vapes to children, and he can go to hell. So I'm not blaming him for getting me hooked on shit, but he's the biggest piece of shit in this town. So Mike, if you're watching this, fuck you. Fuck you. I mean, seriously, dude. Anytime, any place, motherfucker. I'm just joking, but sort of. So anyway, I progressed into whippets. I wasn't very hooked to that stuff. I quit doing it pretty quickly. I was always trying to get my hands on like cocaine and shit like that, but I just didn't know anyone who had it. And luckily I didn't go to college, because I know a lot of kids who were in college who were those cool kids, and they are addicted to Adderall and cocaine and drinking, and they have serious drug problems, and it will destroy their lives completely. And nobody talks about it. Everybody acts like, oh, it's cool. I go to the club. I fucking go to the bar, do a little line. Fucking, they're crushing up Adderall and snorting them and all types of shit. So anyway, besides that, that's where you end up. So I got lucky. I didn't go to college. I avoided all that shit. And I'm not saying don't go to college. If you're really into school and you know exactly what you want to do, then go to college. If you're not sure, don't go to fucking college. You're just going to lose money. If you're getting a full ride or something like that, go for it. But if you're going to spend a shit ton of money and go into debt for this stuff or waste your parents' money, like a lot of the kids I know, it's just shitty. You don't need it. It's actually going to put you behind. Especially if you're not getting a degree that's going to make you money. You don't get a degree in fucking, unless you want to be, if you want to be a teacher or something like that, God bless you, go ahead with that. But you stay away from these fucking parties, unless you have super good self-control, you've never used drugs before, and you can just sit there and have one beer and then that's it, because you're 21 and you never got hooked when you were young. But guys, again, what is the point? I mean, this shit is all... The reason our government lets us have this shit is because they want us to be dumb and fucking stupid and not pay attention to anything and just basically be sheep. So, anyway, where did I end up? So after all my drug use, I ended up, just going to be real with you guys. I ended up in my basement, with a belt around my neck, and, I hung myself, and, I passed out, and, the belt broke, and here I am. So, after that, I ended up going to a psych ward. That was an interesting experience. I'd been to a few drug rehabs too. I got some crazy stories about that if you guys ever want to hear that. But getting to the point here, so I ended up in a psychiatric hospital, or whatever the hell you call it. It's basically for kids that are having serious issues like, suicide attempts and that sort of thing. So we were all in there. One of the greatest experiences of my life, actually. I got to get around a lot of kids who had some serious issues, and one of the main things I remember was I bashed my head off this metal door because I was coming off all this shit, and I was just so fucking angry. And I'd bash my head into this metal door. I'd like flip out. And then one time when I started doing it, I looked around and all these kids had gotten triggered and upset about it. And I'm like, oh my God, I realized that me doing this to myself is affecting other people. And I don't think I did it after that. And yeah, just met some cool people in there. And I definitely learned a lot. And it was something I needed to get off that stuff for a while. So I'm very glad I went there. It was probably one of the best things that happened to me. And they also got me on medication. That's the biggest thing. They got me on medication. They actually put me on Adderall. And because I know how to game the system, I got myself out early. And then I went to school on Adderall. And I threatened to kill somebody. And they kicked me out of school. Private school. My dad's a teacher there. So they kicked me out. And they actually let me graduate from there, but I ended up having to go to a different school and all this bullshit. But anyway, my point is, after that, I went back, and then they got me on a few meds that have really helped me out. Now that I'm older, I feel like I can come off of a lot of those, but that's all just dealing with my psychiatrist and all that kind of stuff. But I do feel that my brain has matured a lot, and I don't really have issues with anger like I used to. I do occasionally, but I have a lot more control over it, and I have a lot more control. I don't really have suicidal thoughts for the most part. I mean, I guess I have thoughts, but like I don't act. Life's tough. Listen, guys, life's tough. But I got it together now. So do I have everything perfect? No. Am I still addicted to marijuana? Absolutely. Am I still addicted to nicotine? Absolutely. Am I still addicted to alcohol, even though I don't drink often? Yes, I am still addicted to alcohol. And that's just where I'm at. So I'm just warning you guys, you want to go down that path, start screwing around with drugs and alcohol. If you can quit right now, please quit for me. Do it for me. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. And I want to let you guys know I also have epilepsy. And based on a lot of people I've talked to, my personal opinion is that it was caused by the extreme use of the cartridges. So I'd go through one of those like 2-gram carts in like a day. Like, it was insane. And I was actually buying them for $40 back then. So you can get them for like 10 now. At a dispensary, you can get them for like $5. And we were paying like $40 a cart. So I was spending an insane amount of money. Obviously $40 a day. I mean, you just start adding that up. Plus DoorDash, because I'm getting stoned in my house, and some of it was before I could drive and all that. So yeah, just a fucking mess. And I've had my landscape business since I was like 10. So I always kept that going, and I always had a decent control over that. But I could have been a lot farther along. And that's not really my regret. My regret is just, I don't know, guys. Maybe I needed to go through this so it can help someone else. So that's my hope, that someone will listen to this video and will take my advice and just stay away from this shit. And if you're on the wrong path, the sooner you can change it, the better. So I believe in you guys. I believe that you guys can stop substances if you're using them. And I believe that you guys can abstain from doing things that you know are wrong. And just because somebody's cool right now doesn't mean they're going to be cool in 10 years. They might actually be dead. So it's no joke out there, guys. But I hope you teenage kids can get it together and not make the same mistakes I did, and just enjoy being young. And even enjoy school. I know it sucks. I hated school, but I enjoyed the social aspect of it. And you know, I lost some of my really good friends who were on a successful path because I was doing the wrong things, and it cost me those friendships, and that really sucks. And all the friends I used to do drugs with, one of them I keep in contact with. We hang out occasionally. All we do is go to the gym. To be honest, maybe smoke a little weed. But and I'm 21 now, so it's legal, motherfucker. But yeah, just stay away from this shit, guys. I've been cutting down. It's tough for me with my seizures to just quit because it can cause issues. So I'm in the process of cutting down again. It's definitely a struggle for me. And if you guys have any tips on for any of you that have gotten sober off any drugs or alcohol, I'd love to hear tips. I've been to AA, I've been to MA. I could talk about that in a different video. But just letting you guys know, it still affects me to this day. It's been 6 years. This will be year number 7 of using stuff, and it sucks. It sucks. I can't be the person I want to be quite, but I can keep working towards it, and that's what I'm gonna do. So this video actually wasn't that long. I thought I had been going on for like 30 minutes, but I look at the time, it's only 15 minutes in. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this, and I hope it helps somebody out. So everybody have a great day. God bless you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.